like the service at Mitch and Pauly's?
I don't tip.
You don't tip?
No, I don't believe in it.
Leave us a tip on your way out.
You don't tip.
You don't tip? What do you mean you don't tip?
You don't believe in it.
The guys crack open the jar and see what the listeners have left behind.
So what, no TV now?
It's time for the tip jar at Mitch and Pauly's Pizzeria.
Welcome back, everyone, to Follow the Money. I'm Sean Second the Money Green with my partner in picks, Ryan Real Money Kramer, sports gambling podcast, filling in for Mitch and Pauly's Pizzeria. Ryan, we picked up another shift here.
Yeah, and I can never not think about Sal from the Stern Show saying pizzeria.
Pizzeria.
When I think about a delicious piece of pizza.
Well, Ryan, of course, if you listen to the Sports Gambling Podcast, we've had a number of debates over the years on tipping procedures.
Oh, no.
You, of course, once tipped a taco guy 40% on one of our Super Bowl parties.
Much like us on camera right now, you're framing me. It was an amazing Super Bowl.
It was great Super Bowl.
It was an amazing
great service. Deserved 20-25%, but 40%.
You know, if you walked in and got a slice from Mitch and Pauly and you treated them like you're treating me after a nice tip, come on. Yes. There's some nice tips here.
Oh, nice tips. And appreciate everyone, all the listeners sending in their tips. Again, DM's open, but just the tips, please. Just send in the tips, nothing else.
No picks.
No picks. Ryan, first up, Utah Jazz plus 1.5 versus the Warriors. This is courtesy of Chai Toy Cop.
I believe that's who slid in and told us to immediately bet the Jazz. The Warriors will be resting everyone. That was his hunch last night at 10 p.m. local time.
I mean, I like the Jazz at home. I like the Jazz last night at home. Unfortunately, not a great outcome. Lakers came in and took care of them. Warriors off a loss. Warriors have been hot, but yeah, this is tough. I mean, the Warriors, can they really afford to rest guys? Like we were talking about it on our podcast, Ryan. The Warriors are like plus 120 to make the playoffs, as crazy as that sounds. This is the Western Conference. They don't have room to lay down here. Not a ton of games going on in the NBA, but I'll trust Chai Toy Cop at Chai Toy Cop. I'll take the Utah Jazz plus 1.5. I do like the Utah Jazz in general as a home dog, and this is a good spot. I mean, they shouldn't have been laying 5.5 against the Lakers, but as a home dog here against the Warriors, I think this is the play.
I'm not here to judge tips.
No.
What are you going to throw the money back in his face? What are you doing? That's not service.
No, come on. You definitely, and if you've ever been out to Vegas, you're cashing a paper ticket, you always got to tip the ticket writer. I feel like some people don't know that procedure if you're used to playing on the apps. But if you're cashing a paper ticket out here, you got to tip the guy.
I'd imagine Mitch and Pauly have this problem, but young people don't tip in general. They're like, what, it's not in my app? I can't just...
Yeah, you got to have some wham, Ryan, some walking around money.
Yeah, you got to cash. Cash is king still in 2024.
Bruins versus Kraken under 5.5. That is from Nickel Frit 1375. Co-sign that, Kramer?
Yeah, do I? Love me someone. No, this would be a simple one where I say thank you for the tip, sir.
Yes, not going to question your tip. I will enjoy that tip of Bruins versus Krakens under 5.5. The only reason I don't mess with NHL totals is the open goal, or sorry, the open net at the end of the game. That's why I wear a hat, because I don't have hair. When betting NHL totals, the open netters that screw your unders, that's the biggest concern. But under 5.5, I'll co-sign that. Next up, we got All Climate Dean. No idea what your agenda is by naming yourself All Climate Dean.
Shout out to Dean, friend of the program.
Yeah, North Texas on the money line. We broke this game down with our good buddy Noah. I mean, if you're getting the money line at minus 112, love that. Don't need to lay the 1.5. Minus 112, very reasonable. Love the mean green at home versus Memphis.
And I think Dean came in with like one of those, when you leave a tip and you say like Merry Christmas or Happy
you leave
Holidays.
A little message.
He came in with a little note here that says Memphis not the same on the road. So agreeing with Noah.
Yeah. Big consensus play.
Do you think Noah was sitting in the corner with a big slice, having a conversation with Dean, and maybe that's where Dean got the tip from?
Oh, yeah, a little pizza chatter there.
Yeah, it's a transitive tip.
Well, again, that's what's great about the pizza business, Ryan. It's cash business. Maybe don't report all the transactions here to our good buddies at the IRS. We got plenty of tips. Appreciate the tips. Keep them coming. Sports fan CBG, big fan of this gentleman. I know he's a big follower of the program. He also, Ryan, we're going to be talking more college hoops for our in-pocket plays, but Rutgers laying 2.5 versus Northwestern. Always love Rutgers at home in college football and college basketball as well. A good spot for Rutgers at home against Northwestern, co-signing that completely.
Right, very on brand too. Jersey team, probably. I'm sure they got a good pizzeria there at the whatever they're calling it now, the Jersey.
Brian, I am confident that somewhere in New Jersey, in a pizzeria, there are guys discussing this Rutgers spread right now. I'm confident of that.
Well, they can't. They wouldn't be able to bet on it, DK, but they are discussing it.
I have a feeling, Ryan. I have a feeling if you want to bet on Rutgers basketball and you're in the state of New Jersey, you might be able to find a way.
I love that the politicians thought that was the way they were going to prevent things from getting crooked. You know what? You can't bet on these crappy teams in Jersey.
Yep, problem solved.
Joke's on them. No one's doing it anyway.
Brian,
I like this one.
This could be a giant tip. I don't know if our jar can handle this one. Marvin Harrison, number 1 overall pick, 12-1. Brian Pineda here, I'm guessing, on the pronunciation. Little spicy meatball, Ryan. You seem to be the truther in that you're saying you think the Bears hang on to Justin Fields. Do they just hold on to the pick and take Marvin Harrison?
This would be silly. I can't. When's the last time we've had this type of quarterback class?
Yeah.
It seems unlikely that 32 teams are going to allow a wide receiver to go.
This is like when I leave the maids my drink tickets as part of their tip when checking out of the circle. Baby, treat yourself. Here's some well cocktails, ladies. I think they could probably.
You think they use those?
I don't know. I mean, I feel bad throwing out free drink tickets. I'm not going to take them with me. Maybe the maids come down here and get a little rum and coke and have themselves an afternoon.
You just got to drop them on the NFL slot machine. Give someone an off machine bonus.
Oh, you're right. That is good slot karma, Ryan. I do also tip them cash, but I also put the drink tickets next to the cash. So it's like, hey, get a little something nice for yourself, sweetie. Treat yourself a little screwball here.
It's a tip and a tip.
Yes,
so
double
it's a tip in a tip. That's amazing.
Can they handle both tips? Kevin Gaussman, most strikeouts. That is from the @Justin Emery show.
Heard a couple people talk about this one.
Really?
I certainly like when I do get into the baseball betting, I do like to sprinkle the futures markets. Same reason for football. It's fun. You can generally find some value. I know this price specifically has come down a bit in recent weeks. So, I appreciate the tip. Thank you. Please come back to Mitch and Pauly.
Well, and I appreciate a big tip, or at least trying to toss us a big tip at 13-1. Ryan,
you didn't like it when I gave the Mexican taco truck a big tip.
Well,
after the best service we've ever had. Not. I know we're in an Italian restaurant right now, but shout out to the Italians and the Mexicans. Provide great food, great
delicious
service,
food,
and they love a good tip.
And loved by all. I mean, you want to talk about approval rating? Mexican and Italian food, just neck and neck, as like far as everyone loves.
It's like, who doesn't like a taco, quesadilla, pizza?
Right, I'm getting hungry. I'm ready for a burrito here at what time is this? 5 something in the morning.
What you do is you take the slice of pizza, you roll it up. Now you got a burrito.